Welcome to the podcast. Today I have Freddie with me once again, and he brought up actually an interesting topic. So I kind of want him to introduce himself, and then from there continue with the topic that we were talking about just a second ago. As he takes a sip of his water. Shit, okay, bougie. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Freddie. Sorry, I did a there, but no.
You questioned about what your name was.
I low-key forgot.
You're like, oh shit, what's my name? I'm nervous.
I felt like I was fucking back in grade school taking a fucking
like,
test.
Is it like you're the new kid in school? You're just like, jeez, what's my name again? Is it my middle name? What is it? Oh god.
No. But
Go ahead.
Honest question. All right, yeah. Would you rather take the fame or? All right, my question to him was pretty much: would you take fame? No. To be fair, would you take a lot of money? We're talking about millions, but always have fame on you, which is paparazzi publicity on you, or would you rather live a more, I guess conservative? Conservative life.
Like private life, not making a lot of money.
Modest.
Right? Modest. Yeah. Okay. There. I like that word.
With no publicity, you can do whatever you want. Which would you prefer? That's the conversation we were talking about.
It's funny because I think we've had this topic a lot of times before, right? Like, so for people who don't know Freddie, in my heart of heart, I believe you could have been a very successful soccer player. And he's making a face right now. He flipped me off, but I truly do believe he's been scouted before by professional teams and everything. I truly believe he could have been a very professional soccer player. And what always happens throughout this conversation is, sure, if you're a professional soccer player, but there's a certain level of fame and a certain level of privacy that disappears, right? So I always question myself as well. If I were to get this fame, right? If I were to somehow blow up, be like the Kanye or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Would I also be out there being like, shut the fuck up after somebody asked me, good morning, Kanye? Or would I lavish in it, right? Would I be like, yeah, I love this shit. I want the paparazzi on me at all times. But to be honest,
which one would you choose?
I don't think I'd like it, man. But not because of the paparazzi following me around or anything like that, right? I think I'd worry about who can I trust, because at the end of the day, I could trust you, I could trust the friends I'm close with, but anybody that's new that enters my life, I have to question their motive. I gotta question, hey, are you in it because you are actually like my friend, actually want to help me through my life, and as well as I help you through yours, or are you here just for the clout and for the money? I mean, like, this is broke people talking, right?
No, of course we're just fucking imagining.
Yeah, exactly. We imagine it, we win the lottery. We made fucking $1 billion instantly. And suddenly, we're also famous on top of that. Paparazzi's following us. I don't think... I would want the money, but I wouldn't want the fame. I would find...
That's what we all would want, I guess.
Right, exactly, right? Like, I wouldn't mind, obviously. Nobody would fucking mind having that money. Yeah. But when it comes to the fame... It's something to struggle with, right? That's why I think being a YouTuber or a Twitch star is like the perfect middle ground. You make a crazy amount of money, but at the same time, you don't have that like fame where it's following you around 24/7. It's just recently with the TikTok stars and shit like that paparazzi are starting to come around for these social media stars.
Yeah, definitely.
My opinion is, if I could get the money and escape the fame, I'd take that.
Of course, but that was the question.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be too easy.
But if it were to have all this money, but to not be able to live my normal life 24/7, I think I'd just pick a modest life, man. I think it would get to my head too much, where I'd be like, I can't live my life. I'd just be stuck at home. I wouldn't be able to trust anybody around me. I'd be like, who the fuck are these people? These people here are just for my money. They're not for me. They don't care about me.
I guess that's the hard part of it. You really wouldn't know if who they were for or who they were against.
Yeah.
I guess you would have to trust them, but oh man, that's so tough.
What would you choose? What would you choose?
As I've gotten older, I've gotten, I guess not wiser, but I guess I've gotten to the point where I feel like as I've gotten older, when I was younger, obviously, 100%, I would go straight for the money, and I would be like, all right, yeah, I want the money, easy, quick. But as I've gotten older, with the people that I've met, and whoever I've met or come across, they understand, and they showed me a whole different lifestyle, which was life isn't all about money. Not that I'm saying obviously, I would love the amount of money that fucking athletes are seeing.
I think everybody would.
Or even celebrities, whoever of any kind.
How much does Cristiano Ronaldo make?
Bro, he makes.
Wow, I pronounced his name terribly.
You did horrendously.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ! It's like
My
you
God,
embarrass me
bro.
as a
I
friend
am
right
a
now.
gringo. It's crazy.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. He makes probably easy 50 million a year, minimum.
Minimum.
50 million a year.
Imagine making that much, bro.
I can
Insane.
never fathom looking at your bank account and seeing endless amount of zeros or commas to be exact.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be amazing. But that is the consequence they even make. But bro, I guess when you're that rich, you could buy a private island. That's what he did.
So I don't know if you know this YouTuber, Mr. Beast.
I've heard of him. Yeah, definitely easy.
Yeah. He bought a private island for less than $1 million, $800,000 it cost
Wow.
him, and that was my reaction. I was just like, I'll never make 800,000 a year, right?
Nah.
But my dumb ass
hopefully.
went, wow, that island is really cheap. For some reason in my head, I thought islands cost way more money, man. And I was just like, there's no way
I
an
guess
island
it's
costs $800,000.
Supply and demand, I guess. Nobody
Yeah.
could really travel, so
How
fuck
many
it.
people could really go, yeah,
I'm
you know
gonna
what?
buy
I'm
an
in the market for an island today. You know what? In 10 years, let's be in the market for an island. Let's just do it. Screw it. Even if we make it $10 an hour, that's less than minimum wage. We go about.
Bro, I think we could save that much in fucking 20 years. We still won't get it.
Definitely not.
Oh my
Definitely
God.
not.
Nah, but nah, back to my question real quick.
Yeah. Go, sorry.
I do think I would probably, as I've gotten older, when I was younger, I would say 100% fame and money.
Mm.
As I've gotten older, I've grown to appreciate the little things in life, which is the fact that we can go to the mall and not worry about
Exactly.
anybody following us. I would probably, perhaps, I hate to agree with you, but because I don't like you, but
Clearly.
fucking, I'd probably say yeah. I'd probably go modest.
Man, but like even
Modest and not have fame.
yeah, I think I would agree with that, man. Because imagine trying to build a family with all that going on, right? Cameras on you at all times. We didn't grow up with that. A lot of kids nowadays grow up with TikTok, having constantly a camera in front of them, trying to. Bro, I don't know if you saw this TikTok trend lately. It's funny because I don't even have TikTok. I just see this through
Same
Instagram.
thing. I don't have one either.
It's just like a bunch of people. It's just like, don't make this fail, but don't make this flop or whatever. Make sure this gets viral or whatever. Everybody, I think you'd probably agree. I think everybody nowadays, when it comes to the younger generation, is trying to get viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants to get viral. And isn't that such a weird thing to think about? Everybody wants to be famous.
The next big thing.
The next biggest thing. But when it comes to virality, it only lasts about like
Fucking 15 seconds of fame.
15 seconds. That is literally
What it is.
the example of 15
I don't know
seconds
how long
of
a
fame.
TikTok is, so I can't speak on that behalf. But
I don't know either. I know Vine used to be like 10 seconds or less or something like that.
yeah, Vine was something simple.
Yeah. But now
Maybe
with TikTok,
5, I think.
yeah, exactly. Now with TikTok, I don't know how long it is. I've honestly never hopped into
Yeah, I don't want to get one either. I heard China is fucking taking your addresses.
All right, so basically, I've told all my friends to not get TikTok because I'm just like, look, they look into all your information.
Yeah, I don't
this
trust
and that.
them either.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't trust them. It's crazy because TikTok got so big to the point where like the U.S. government was just like, should we keep these people around or not? Like, let's think
true.
about this.
I mean, if you can get their data, I'm sure you'll be all right.
Yo, but at the end of the day, whatever app you're using Facebook, Instagram, if you're using...
You never heard of Facebook and Instagram? FBI?
Yeah, FBI.
That's the fucking...
Yo, that's
Run
crazy.
nationals. It's scary, bro, but they know
Wow.
exactly where you're at. They know what you're posting.
That's hilarious, bro.
Not to
It
change
is
the
true.
topic a little bit. I guess I'm gonna get a little controversial here. I don't know if you've heard. Be honest if you haven't.
Go ahead.
Have you heard of these people trying to freaking saying how they're gonna microchip you with the vaccines?
Okay, but I think that's just straight up bullshit, man.
Alright, my thing is, bro, y'all have your phones constantly. Your phone gives up your fucking location in a second.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of that, use Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. If you watch The Social Dilemma, I don't know if you haven't. If you haven't, it pretty much shows you how easy it is to track you. If you watch all these things, and these people are worried about a vaccine, not to make it controversial, but like, Oh my goodness! It's like there's like, bro, they can literally. I don't know, if you and me were, let's say, some power of element.
Yeah.
They'd be like, we gotta take this person out. They'd be like, all right, we know where to find them.
Yeah, exactly.
They're hanging out in a room right now.
Yeah. If you have a phone on you, the phone itself is listening to you at all times. Bro, I don't know if you remember, but we were at one point talking about Remy Martin like a lot. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know
why.
why.
It's too frequent.
Yeah. So
that's scary.
We're alcoholics. That's why.
No, not that.
No, but we were talking about Remy Martin a lot. I don't know why. It was just brought into like conversations just like this. And then I hopped into my Instagram and I was scrolling through, and now Instagram has those ads that pop up in between like posts or whatever. And within 10 minutes of us talking about this, the first ad that I saw, which I never used to see before, was a Remy Martin ad. They're listening to you at all times. Bro, I was talking about my brother about this the other day. Edward Snowden. This man really went about risking his entire life. I mean, his family's life, his life, to try to reveal the truth to like Americans that, yeah, they really are listening to you at all times. Even if you're not a terrorist, even if you're not a risk to the country, they are listening to you just to see what's happening, right? Mm-hmm. He risked his whole life to this. He's in buttfuck nowhere in Russia right now, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
And nothing happened.
My question to Edward Snowden would be, what the... I don't want to start a question. What did he expect us to do? There's to me, maybe I'm helpless, maybe I'm hopeless.
Yeah.
In an aspect, what is there to do really? The government, all they're gonna say is, oh, we were just looking at terrorist things, like we were just trying to keep everybody else safe.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is, I guess, in hindsight, all right. But you're giving up your freedom. What do you expect us to do?
Well, there was a saying back in the day by like one of our founding fathers, where it's just like, if you give up your liberty for safety, you deserve none, right? Where it's just like, if you started giving up your safety, if you start giving up your liberty for safety, what is the slippery slope that leads to?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, at this point, I think we've all given up our liberties when it comes to privacy, because at the end of the day, we have webcams where there are people that put their like tape on top of their webcams
because they don't know if they're being watched.
Exactly, right? And at the beginning of this all, anybody would be like, man, you're crazy. What are you talking about? Nobody's watching you. Who are you? Why are you that important to be watched? Yeah. You're nobody. But now we know that even if you're a nobody, you're being watched, man. No matter what it is, you're being watched. And it's such a weird, especially now in day and age of Corona, where everything that you do,
watch more than ever.
Yeah, because everything you do, guess what? It's online now. When you go, personally, me, when I go online, I have my webcam on, I have my microphone on in my own room. Why the fuck do I want strangers to know what my room looks like? That's strange, man. That's weird. But now it's become the normal. It's such a weird time we live in, man.
But that is my question. I mean, if you can get him on the show, it would be amazing. but that is my question to him. Like, what do you expect us to do, or how can we even take action of it? Because, to be honest, like I said, maybe I'm hopeless, maybe I'm helpless. I feel like there's absolutely zero
at this
we can do of it. Yeah. Exactly.
I got 100% agree with you. At this point, I feel like there is actually nothing to do. Because this takes over our life. I know the last time we talked about it, but I'm 100% addicted to my phone. I've spent over, if I look at the activity, it's 10 hours a day. There's 24 hours in a day. 8 hours of those has to be sleeping, right? Yeah, so that means there's only 2 hours in the day that I'm not looking at.
You're probably fucking, I don't know, showering, eating.
Exactly, right?
That's nuts.
No. Not even eating. Because when I eat, I have to go, you know what? I gotta find a good YouTube video or a good movie or whatever to watch before I start eating, so I have something to eat too. This has become a problem, and since the last conversation that we had, I've actually tried to stop using my phone.
You can't.
I was literally on my phone before you came over. I was just like, I need to stop. I need to do my work, and I couldn't. I literally couldn't. I was staring at it, and I was just like, why can't I stop right now? What's going on? This is not normal.
To me, it is astonishing how some probably about maybe 6.2 inches can just fucking, it could take over your life. And then, what is crazy to me is, alright, our generation, I feel like we make an excuse for it. What's crazier too is the adults. Not like the older generations, the ones that I just like my mom and dad.
Yeah.
I know they're always on their phone. More than me, if I would put up their numbers, I'm sure it's close.
Yeah.
But to me, that is like these cell phones, these technology nowadays have captured almost, I would say, everybody alive.
Everybody. Because just what you brought up when you said your parents or whatever, my aunt, my mom, my dad, it's funny because at first, remember what they used to say? Don't believe everything you see on the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're the most gullible ones. They fall for everything.
Oh my God, bro. My dad was like, I'm going to buy a house next week. Alright, bro, good luck. The market's too high right now.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, my aunt came up to me fucking shaking, bro. I'm not even joking with you. Like, really scared. Being like, this pastor that I heard on YouTube was telling me that this is the apocalypse. This is in the Bible, blah, blah, blah. They were saying this. And then I had to repeat the words that the elders have told me from the inception of the internet. Don't believe everything that you see online. I had to tell her, I was just like, Mira, look, don't believe everything that you hear. Even if they have the name of a pastor, doesn't mean that they're telling the truth.
That's true.
In fact, half the time, they're probably telling you bullshit. Look, don't believe into it. And she was legitimately terrified. She was like, oh, look, he's saying that this happened in the Bible before. This happened in the Bible. That means that the apocalypse is coming and it's over for us. And I was just like, yo, you're 70-something years old. You shouldn't be falling for this. But you know what? When I was 13, when I was 12, first starting with the internet, I gotta tell you, I believed every fucking conspiracy that was out there.
Oh
every conspiracy that was out there. Illuminati when it came to Rihanna being Umbrella, whatever, that being like a demonic song or something like that. I believed it. When it came to all that, I believed it.
Yeah, I think everybody goes through their little conspiracy phase, just because.
Yeah,
it sounds believable, but as you get older, you realize some of it could be like a third, I guess, party involved that pull all the strings.
Yeah.
Some of it sometimes it's just a richer, I would say, club with the 1%. Even closer than the 1%, because 1% it's managed, reachable, but that is like under that 1%. Those billionaires that are really pulling strings, I think those dudes are special.
So that's what I believe now is what the Illuminati is. What I believed as a child, right? When I heard the Illuminati, these are the shadow people that control the government and anything like that.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I'm just like, no. It's a clear understanding that all these politicians, there's somebody putting money in their pockets to do what they're doing, right? I mean, like, at this point, it's not even hidden. What the Trump campaign has, like, successfully done is truly shown us that all politicians are bought out at the end of the day. Yeah. If you put in enough money in their pockets, they will buy you out. There was a study done on this where they were just like, how much is the amount of money a politician would actually be bought out for?
Like fucking $75,000, right?
It was like $100,000.
Oh wow, that's a little bit more.
Wow, $25,000 more, right?
That's different.
When it comes to being bought out to like actually change the lives of people and affect them, that doesn't seem like a lot, $25,000. But then it makes you go like, what the hell is just stopping us from GoFunding $100,000 and like
to anybody?
Yeah, and then just like going it about and like and putting money in politicians' pockets to do what we want, right? What is stopping us? I think if we come like as a people and do that shit, it probably would happen. But now there's just such a huge divide in the whole entire country that shit, that's probably impossible in itself.
I do think that. So I mean, it's just me being me. I don't trust any politician.
Oh, of course not.
Whether I believe in one side, I'm not gonna say, but I still feel like I don't trust them. Yeah. Just because, I do feel like they're a little bit money hungry.
At the end of the day, all of them are in it for themselves. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you could find like the one rare one that's just like, no, I am truly trying to help the people.
Yeah, that dude's never gonna win.
Exactly.
That dude's gonna fucking come last.
Because guess what? He's not gonna be the one that's getting paid by all these lobbyists, by these big corporations. Of course not. He's not gonna get any super PACs. He's never gonna make it to the top. The people who's just like, yeah, I'll take your money. They're the ones that are gonna make it to the top at the end of the day. How the fuck we get into this conversation, bro?
I
I feel at the end of the day, I always feel like we always end up
fucking
left
sidetracking,
field,
right?
bro. We start with Hollywood.
Oh.
How
Now
do
we're
we
in the fucking
politicians,
oh my God,
government,
that's
and
crazy.
conspiracy theories, bro?
Yeah, I was about to say something nuts. Oh Jesus! I mean, it is what it is. This is why people listen.
I guess so.
I'm sure we're not the only ones feeling this. I'm sure there's not just for you and me. I'm sure there's millions of people that are feeling similar along these lines.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Because the thing is, nobody's willing to express to how they feel, or how to approach it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, whereas in you and me, where we always have an honest conversation, whether we feel like we're completely off, we'll always tell each other, "I don't feel that way."
Exactly.
But
even if we have like opposite opinions, we're just like fuck it. We'll always voice it. We'll always talk to each other about it.
yeah,
But like,
I do feel like too many people, like, just keep their opinions to themselves, or feel like it's not right.
I'll tell you this, right? Where there's situations where I keep my mouth shut because I know at the end of the day I'm not gonna win it, right? Even if I say something at this point, it's just gonna cause them to be against my side, and I'm just like, I'll give you an example of my coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, even my boss, huge Trump supporters, bro. They're sucking his dick right now, like to an extreme, and it's it makes me go like, you know what? Even if I bring up the fact that you know what, I don't agree with Trump. I think he's doing way worse to the nation than it is helpful.
Yeah.
I know if I even voice that shit, it's just gonna go against me because now I have 5 people against 1, and they're gonna bring up so much things that I'm just like, you know what? I don't have enough information for any of these sides to actually make like an opinionated or to go with a factual counter argument, right? So I'm just like, I'm just gonna stay silent. I'm just gonna. There's no reason to try to square up with all these people, man. There's no reason.
So my mom's the thing about that is I feel like times have changed so much. Whereas your First Amendment is to have a fucking free speech, right?
Yep.
Free opinion, fucking saying, dude. As long as you're not hurting anybody along the line or personally attacking anybody, I feel like that's fine. But I feel like our generation, or not even our society, has gone too much reserved. Even I don't agree with Trump, but I can see sometimes why people would agree. Don't fucking think I'm Trumpy. But but the fact that there's a couple people I've met along the line where they're business owners, and I met a few people who've said the only color they fucking see is not black, white, Hispanic. They don't give a fuck about it's fucking green. That's true. So you know what? If they're business owners and their only color they see is their money, or how they make money, how fast they make it, I respect it. But I feel like society has gone a little bit different, whereas in now it's if you vote for Trump, let's say, perhaps it's not about the green, it's about morals, which is right. But I feel like we've nitpicked a little bit too much, where you also gotta hear the other person, where I feel like fucking society is divided drastically.
I agree with you on that, where it comes to a lot of people nowadays are going, if you're not with me, you're against me. No matter what the fuck it is, you are against me. I don't agree with anything that you say. And I'm just like, no. Everybody has... Alright, I guess this goes into just like my personality and my motto. I believe everybody has a story to tell. And I love hearing that shit. I love hearing people's stories, no matter what it is. Bro, I'll bring this up. Remember when we were in Long Beach trying to look... One day we were in Long Beach. And in Long Beach, they have these benches that every single one of them has like a little memorial to them. It was late. We were probably like out there, 1 a.m.? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
So... We were having our iPhone camera lights on to just read the names of it, and some guy came up to us, and right away he said, "Are you recording? Are you recording?" So, bro, we've been on the internet. The second somebody says that, we immediately think you're Karen. You're trying to stop us from
seriously,
yeah. You're trying to stop us from just reading this. So we said, no, we're not recording anything. We're just reading what this is. And he just said, "Oh, okay." And he almost seemed like he was going to tell us about something.
I'll never forget that night, man.
Yeah,
I do wish I listened to his little story. He's like, oh, he kind of did sound like more disappointed. Like he was like so happy that we were recording, but you and I perceived it as
he's offensive, like
he's gonna fucking cancel us.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Like I truly thought he was gonna say something like, "You need a permit for that" or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But now I regret even being standoffish, being like, "Damn, like that guy could have had a story to tell us." So that is my motto with just about everybody. I think
Yeah.
everybody has a story to tell, and I don't mind hearing it at all.
But yeah, that is the truth. Everybody has their own path, and whether or not you're rich or poor, there's something you have gone through in this world that just nobody has gone through but you.
Yeah,
Which is it's truly crazy because you really are the only person walking in your shoes.
it's funny because wow, this is gonna go way off topic, but I don't care.
Go ahead.
Before I used this is how I used to think of the world, right? Where I was the main character of my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else that was in it is a side character, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody at the end of the day is their own main character. The one thing that really taught me this was there was this one time I think I talked about this on the first podcast I had back with Sam was there was this girl that came to me that started talking about her life and how she's been out of school for 2 years because her sister she was in a car accident with her sister and her sister's boyfriend, and her sister's boyfriend ended up passing away. They ended up
Wow.
dying, right? And her herself, she ended up in the hospital for about a year because she broke pretty much everything. The person that ran into her was an NYPD officer. He got away with it. He completely got away with it. Apparently, he also had a DUI or some shit like that. He got away with it. And it was a random conversation that happened out of nowhere. I was in a computer lab in my college, and she suddenly came up to me asking for help for a project, and she told me her story. And it truly showed me that, you know what, every car that we pass, every person that we pass, they have their own main story. They are their own main character of their own story. And it made me realize that, you know what, I think that's what added into like me thinking, you know what, everybody has a story at the end of the day. And I love hearing that shit. I love hearing it. Because you know what? Who knows what you went through, what you had to go through. And there's no reason to be standoffish about hearing that. I have no clue where this is going.
No, but that's also kind of a New York thing. Because I feel like when you go to another state, people are just not much kinder, a little bit much more understandable. Like, I don't know, maybe it's a New York thing. Because when you're in New York,
I agree.
You're an asshole. Because you go to fucking any other state, to be fair.
Yeah.
People, you're like, no, people ain't so bad.
There's a reason why it's called Southern hospitality, right? Where they're just like, they're happy, they're talkative, they see everybody, they look at strangers. Bro, like, I don't even have to go far. I just have to go look into myself and see. There was this one time I was walking to 7-Eleven, and there was this guy who was sitting in a car who had, I think it was North Carolina plates or something like that. And he was just looking at me, and he smiled, and he waved. And instead of me like waving back or whatever and smiling back, I was like,
finger.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this? I was like, what the fuck is this guy looking at me? Who the fuck does he think he is? Yeah. And once I got into the 7-Eleven, I got out, I was like, I'm an asshole. Why the fuck am I thinking like this? This guy was just being nice. He was waving hi to me and everything. And I immediately went, fuck that guy. What a piece of shit. Why the fuck is he looking at me? He was just waving hi, man. It's a weird mentality that us New Yorkers have, I guess.
I've been working in the city a little bit more, and I see it even more. I don't know what it is, but it kind of feels like a New York state of mind is just. It feels to me like you're kind of on your own, and fuck everybody else. That's the way I feel about it. Is you're either gonna make it on your own or you're not.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's just the way I see it. People are fucking assholes, but I don't know what it is. I don't know why we're like that. Compared to other states, I know we're we're probably one of the worst. I'm pretty sure that if they do a survey, they'd be like, yeah, fuck the New Yorkers. Or even driving.
Yeah.
I don't know why. We're just always in a rush. We're always in a rush to get anywhere.
But look, I gotta say, I think quarantine has probably helped with that a little bit. I like looking at the bright side of everything, right? Because you have to. Because at the end of the day, if you don't look at the bright side of things, you probably just be like, man, fuck the world. You'd be bitter. You'd be bitter at everything. Mm-hmm. So you look at the bright side of things. With this whole entire like corona situations, quarantine situation, it's made people slow down. It's made people stop. Maybe if you're in a rural area, it's probably like messed you up a lot. But if you're in the city, now instead of having to travel an hour for a commute to get into your office that you hate, You hate your coworkers. You hate the ride there. Now you just roll out of bed, you go online, and you just do your job. If you're blessed, if you got lucky with having a job like that, right? And it makes you just appreciate things a little bit more because you're just like, yeah, you know what, like, you kind of sort of missed what that was. You kind of would go like, man, I wish I could go and commute again. I'm sure, like, once you go back into the crowd of everything, you're like, yeah, you're like, what the fuck was I talking about? I don't miss this at all.
It's like my cousin, he's been working from home recently.
Mm-hmm.
Probably since COVID happened, March. And he's like, oh man, I'm loving this, living the best life of my life. I don't even know if that makes sense, but he's been home, he's been working from home. So he's been working and, oh man, he's like, oh, I'm not wasting any gas money, this, that. And then I said, but don't you miss talking to your coworkers? She's like, yeah, but this and that, bro. I think we've had a conversation before. I actually don't mind that I worked, just because it kept me a little bit more civilized. Not saying whoever's not working from home
became like it.
But it kept me like in my routine where I'm like I'm constantly talking to people.
Keep you sane throughout the whole entire thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before, but I do feel like I feel like when you come home, in the future, I know right now we're both not married, but I feel like when you come home, you kind of have a story to tell. You're like, hey, I went to work and this happened. Exactly. And then your spouse, whoever the partner is, also told you a story that they went through in their workday. I feel like that's perfect. I know people hate it, but I feel like when you're home and you're like, yeah, I went to work in my other room and I didn't leave the house, and I just feel like that's like, I don't know.
No, I understand what you're talking about, because honestly, it may be a little off topic, but I feel like that has gone into my personality. I felt like whenever I talked to somebody, I had a story to tell because I worked in customer service. There was some crazy shit happening every day. So I had a story to tell every day. Then I stopped working for about a month there, and all of a sudden I'm just like, I got nothing funny to tell my friends. I'm just here. What do I got to tell my friends? We're just like, yo, what have you been up with? I don't know. In my bed dying. Nothing new. Like, I don't know. I had nothing to say. So I was just like, and even now that I have a new job that isn't really in customer service and nothing truly happens, I'm just like, what is my personality? What do I have a story to tell? And yeah, I gotta say, oddly enough, it kind of affected me, because when I used to work at a hotel, I used to see 100 people new daily, and one of those at least gave me a story for the day.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I have nothing to say. Somebody asked me, how's my job? I'm just like, yeah.
I fucking went to
It's alright. Yeah, I went to work. I did my 8 hours. I got out. There was nothing new. There was nothing different than yesterday. So now I'm just like, what story do I gotta tell? Nothing.
And that's how I feel like I'm talking to my cousin. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? I fucking go a month without talking to him, and I'll ask him what's new. He says same old shit, and I'm like, well, then I just went to this and this. Yeah. I'm always like, I don't know. I do feel like there's a part of that, like, at the time being, I feel like I wasn't grateful for it, because I felt like I have. You see, we follow social media, so I do feel like sometimes you follow people when they're fucking on vacation, they're going to these states, and you're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
I wish I could be there, etc. But then, like, in hindsight, you're like, all right, no, these people, when they came back, they're still unemployed. And nothing's wrong with being unemployed. Yeah. Nothing wrong with being unemployed. It's whatever. If it is what it is. It's not. It sucks, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
But some people, they just went and lived the life. I was bitter for that little being. But down the road, I'm like,
it was a benefit.
Yeah, there has to be pros. I get maybe
there always has to be pro in whatever.
Maybe I'm a little bit more optimistic, because I'm always looking at the half glass full.
Yeah.
I'm always like, all right, what positive can I get from this? And that's the way I felt, which was sanity, which was for me. I'm like, all right, I kept my sanity.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to my cousin, same guy who didn't work for fucking 8 months outside his house. He's like, bro, I'm going insane. He's like, I'm freaking talking to customers all day, this, that, and I'm not getting my things done, and it's just I don't communicate with any human souls besides the people I'm trying to take the money from. That's his job.
Yeah.
Whereas than me, I was like, I went to work today, and I found out one of my coworkers just got a new puppy. I'm like, all right, that's cool. That's something positive.
Yeah, it is.
It's different, man. This is probably not for nothing. This is probably one of the most insane times to be alive.
It is. This is something that's gonna go in the history books at the end of the day. Freddie wanted to bring up a question that he wanted to bring up for a while, actually. So go ahead.
It's a little bit of a hypothetical. Knock on wood, hopefully nobody ever has to go through this.
I hope to God.
Or God willing, nobody ever listening to this. Or hopefully across the planet, I'm sure people will have to, but I hope nobody ever goes through this. But, alright, let's say for you, hypothetically, non-biased, let's say you get a woman pregnant. That's your wife.
Okay.
Wife is the key word.
Yes.
And she's in labor, and the doctor calls you in and says, look, we gotta do something stat, which is either your baby's gonna die or your wife is gonna die. And you have to choose either or.
That's rough.
Hypothetical. 100% honesty, which one do you pick?
It's funny because you asked me this. It's not funny at all, actually.
You motherfucker.
I'm like,
all the women listen to that. You go, really, this is funny. How about like, you go to labor and see how funny that is?
I'm just like, this is a hilarious joke that you bring up. No. But you've asked me this before, and I put some time and thought into this, man. Where I go, you know what? I'd have to save the wife, right? Yeah.
Right,
you had some excitement for that.
He started laughing because I smiled too much.
I have to save the wife because you know what? At the end of the day, this might sound fucked up. I never met the baby. Like it's something that I'm just like, you know what?
But you know what? No, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I do feel like that's a male version. Because I've asked a couple of females that question. It's like, are you stupid? Of course the baby. I'm like, whoa. Not to be like a dickhead. But I just do feel like, yo, what you're asking for is maybe I'm a dickhead. But it's alright for me to kill you. One, because it's not murder, obviously, but for me to get there. And now, for the rest of my eternity, life living on this beautiful planet,
right?
I am going to have to raise this baby / person, and I'm going to do it without you.
Exactly.
For me, I feel like maybe I'm too much of a pussy, bitch, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I know I will fail drastically at that.
You know what? I agree with you on that. I'll 100% admit it. I'm a pussy. Because you know what? I think at the beginning, I'd probably resent that child, man. I'd be like, you're the one that killed my person.
Motherfucker.
You son of a bitch. You son of assholes, bro. We gonna be rocking this baby with his bacha in the mouth and be like,
your mother.
Son of a bitch, I should have picked your mom. Bro, one day you're gonna wake up to it crying, you'd be like, I knew I chose wrong.
It's fucking graduation from college and making a new app. You're like, I fucking knew it.
Yeah.
I should pick your mother.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, but yo, to be honest, at the end of the day, like going back to the original question, yeah, I think I'd pick the mom because you know what, the baby, I never knew it. The mom, I'm like, yo, this is my person for life. Like,
it's your
that's
wife.
my wife.
It's your wife. Yeah,
this is the person that I really truly thought I would be dying next to, or I'd be dead before. Whatever. I loved them for the rest of my life. Kid I never met in my life, but her, I know for a fact that we let the baby go, which sounds fucked up. We could go, you know what, further down the road we could make another one, but there's only one of you. We could make another child. It's all right.
So the girl, which is my girlfriend, she made a valid point.
Let me hear it because I want to hear the other side.
Because I was like, fuck you, but but she made the baby never asked to be a part of this world. So the fact, I was like, fuck you with your common sense.
Fuck you with you being right.
She was like, the baby never asked this for you to kill it. But I also made a counteractive, which I was like, what if the baby dies? God forbid. Now I lost you and the baby. No.
Now I lost myself because I'm jumping off this roof. That's it.
Which is, man. The reason I'm asking that is because, bro, somebody I personally knew.
Is she pregnant, bro? What's going on?
No, hell.
Oh, okay.
God forbid.
Yeah.
I mean, God not forbid, but Down the road, God, please.
Yeah.
That's the way I get you. But the way I felt for it is somebody I know went through it, and he had to make the decision, and he chose his wife.
Yeah.
And, which is crazy. I mean, I'm sure it happens often, but they ended up divorced because it was too much to bear, whatever the hell it is. But my goodness, he said he'd do it 1,000 times. I mean, it's messed up, but maybe it's a man thing. Maybe if you're listening to this podcast, if you're a woman,
yeah, let me know in the comments or something. DM me, whatever it is. Please. I want to know your opinion on that.
100% want to know it because maybe we are.
We're coming from the guy's side, yeah, maybe.
Which is crazy, bro, right? Because we feel like not to be an asshole.
I'm almost 100% sure of my answer.
That's me too. I'm like, yeah, I'm definite.
Yeah.
But women, they're just. I will say this. Maybe I'm sound like a pussy here, but bro, they're selfless.
Yeah, because look, man, they went through. If this was actually at this point of just like pregnancy, giving birth, and this was the decision, they went through 9 months of giving their life up to try to bear this child, right? Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I fucking like 2 months of a fucking new game. I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Bro, that's like the closest thing that we could get. We're just like this video game. Yeah, fuck that shit. Like, because of course, unless we have our own child or whatever, but we ain't the one that's gonna have it in our bellies at the end of the day.
But you know what I will say? I have a dog. I don't know if anybody listening has a dog. Bro, not for nothing, they change your life. And that's just a dog. I don't know, but baby does. Of course, a baby does even more.
Yeah.
But me having my dog, she's my fucking princess. Bro, there's been times where I've been broke. I've literally had like $20 in my bank account. I'm like, do I buy my dog food or do I buy myself food? Easy answer, bro. It's my dog food.
Yeah.
And even if I have nothing, and I guess that's what you do as a parent. And, man, for me, it is astonishing how much a parent will go for their kid. Not to fucking be all soft and shit, but but I do feel like, I guess when the time comes, bro, and you fucking see the baby in front of you, I'm sure it's a much harder decision than you and I think, because that is somebody being married for eternity, but that baby could potentially be the next
president, bro. That's what, bro. You look at what everybody says against the thing about abortion. It's just like, you're killing the next president. You're killing the next scientist.
Fuck that. I don't want the kid to be president. I want a fucking kid to fucking cure cancer or some shit. I'll fucking be president.
You're like,
president ain't shit no more.
You're like, I want him to be the next professional soccer player, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, God bless. Rest in peace, my boy Maradona.
Yeah, bro.
If anybody listening,
R.I.P. man.
Oh, yeah. God bless him. But no, that is. Man, that is true.
I think I'm just not built for kids at the moment.
Like, that's the way I feel too.
Yeah.
But let's say you were to have a kid. Oh man, that would be rough. I'm not saying the kids are fucking tremendous, but
no. So this is what I'll say, right? Like I have a little niece. Love her to pieces, bro. I absolutely love her, bro. And it's just like I'll do anything for her. She's not even my child, but if she would tell me to kill somebody, I'll kill somebody for her, bro. Like, without a doubt, yeah. And like, I can only imagine how it would feel like if that was my own child, right? Where I'd just be like, yeah, bro, of course, I'll give my child the world.
You know what I do think sometimes? Man, not to get nasty, but sometimes your parents created this fucking tiny little thing.
Yeah.
Tiny little fucking 8-pound, 9-pound thing, bro. Fucking turns into be this
I was fat, bro, as a child. I ain't gonna
fuck. You motherfucker. You're fucking 12 pounds, 13 pounds. Coming out the womb. That's you, bro.
My poor mama, she had to get a C-section for me, bro. She was like, I ain't pushing that fat ass out.
Not you fat piece of shit. But majority of people go through this 8 pounds, 7 pound, except for you, fat ass.
Yeah.
Fucking 14 pounds.
16
but
pounds. 16 pounds, bro. I was double the weight.
God,
I was obese as a child.
God bless your mother.
I came out obese out the womb, bro. That's crazy.
Oh my God, how am I, friend? All right. Besides you fucking triple XL motherfucker.
Yeah.
Most people grow up and you fucking have this little 8-pound baby, not fucking 16.
Yeah.
You fat piece of shit.
Yeah. Sorry, mom.
And they grow up. They be 4 feet. No, even 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, 5 foot, whatever. And man, to me, that's crazy. That down the road, they really truly become their own person.
Yeah.
And oh man, the circle of life is crazy.
Man, and like you just saying that, like it brings up my niece where I go like I blink and she's bro. I remember when she was a little. I could fit her in the palm of my fucking hands, like my hands, and now I'm just like, if I want to pick you up, I'm breaking my back. I'm just like, you getting tall,
like
you getting
she fucking
bigger,
taking the spelling bee test.
Yeah, man, like
when'd you qualify?
exactly, bro. Like she's getting so smart, and when I talk to her, like even though she's still young, I'm just like I'm talking to an adult here, like just a tiny version of an adult. That's what I'm talking to right now. And she's so smart, and every day I'm just like, yo, you're getting bigger, you're getting smarter, and it's like I'm proud of what she's becoming, but also I'm just like, why are you growing up so fast? I'm just like, I'm not that old, am I? It like gets to me too, because I'm just like, damn, man. At the end of the day, I don't know how old I'm gonna be when I have my first child, but I'm like, when I have my first kid, I think I'm gonna learn to cherish when they're actually young. Because what is it? Everybody says they go through their teenage angst years. I didn't really go through that, I don't think. But, shit, man. I'm definitely, when I have my own kid, I'm going to cherish that for forever. How did this get into this?
It's fucking complicated.
Oh, shit. Nah. You know what? If somebody would tell me I have a son today, I'd be terrified. I'd be like, hell no. I don't want this kid, nothing like that. Because I'm still young. I still want to live my life. But later down on the road, 100% I want my own kids. How many kids you want?
Easily, I'd want probably 3 or 4.
3 or 4? I'd want 2 max.
What?
2 max. I don't think I'd want an only child. I'd feel bad at that point. I'd be like,
easily,
yeah.
That.
I'd be like, you need at least like somebody with you. So I'd 100% have 2 kids, right? But never 3 or 4. I don't think I'd be able to do that, man.
I don't know if my wife would want 3 or 4. This is a whole different conversation, but
yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me.
Hijo de Dios, hijo le dio.
What the fuck was that?
Alright, well, we ended up taking another break after all that. And we're going to end the podcast here. But yeah, thank you for joining in again. Once again, I repeat this every single podcast. It's just a conversation between friends. We ramble about everything and anything. So at the end of the day, thank you for joining in. If you liked it, leave a comment. Tell us what you want us to talk about. I always like throwing topics out there. Let us know what you want to talk about. If you want to be a part of the podcast, and I know you, just hit me up. I'm down for anybody to be on the podcast, honestly. Besides that, you got any closing remarks?
Yeah, please comment, because I am sure I play like crap. I'm sure they got a lot to say about me, but no, please. Feedback's always awesome.
Yeah. Besides that, yeah. Thank you once again for joining us, Freddie. Thank you.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for everybody there. Hopefully you guys liked it.
Hopefully this was like a distraction for y'all, because you know what, I always love doing this, because at the end of the day, really, it's just conversation. I always love talking to my friends, so I always love whenever they come into the podcast as well. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever it is for y'all.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Exactly. All right, y'all. Have a great day.